Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Here's the special lecture China Individual Income Tax. And this is Chapter 4, Comprehensive Income for Tax Resident. China has implemented a combination of comprehensive and classified income tax system. Different computation rules apply to different types of income. The first question, what is comprehensive tax system? There are four types of income are included in comprehensive income and the comprehensive tax system. A China tax residence comprehensive income is brought together. It means aggregated in a personal tax computation for each calendar year. And the withholding agent is required to deduct the correct amount of individual income tax from comprehensive income before the income is paid on monthly or one-off basis over the year. And for those who need to file the annual returns, it should be done between the 1st of March to the 30th of June of the next year. So let's first look at which belong to comprehensive income. Types of comprehensive income. Comprehensive income includes the following four categories. Number 1, employment income. Number 2, service income. Number 3, manuscript income. And number 4, royalty income. Employment income, service income, manuscript income, and royalty income are all labor incomes. These four incomes are included in comprehensive income, consolidated and taxed annually, and then settled annually. By this method, taxpayers who obtain different types of labor income but have roughly the same payment ability are taxed at the same tax rate. So, the tax system is more fair, reasonable, and scientific. The essence of the comprehensive tax system is to summarize four types of income, calculate the total taxable income, and then multiply a tax rate to calculate the payable tax for these four types of income. So, the primary task is how to calculate the summarized taxable income. Here's the formula of tax payable or refundable on comprehensive income. The starting point of the formula is total annual net income. It's a summarization as employment net income plus services net income plus manuscript net income and plus royalty net income. Then less personal standard allowance, less specific deduction, less specific additional deduction, and less other allowance deductions. Here we obtain total annual taxable income. It's the most critical parameter we need. Then times applicable tax rate, less quick deduction factor. So we obtain the ultimate result, tax payable or refundable. Finally, let's talk about the starting point of the formula. Total annual net income. We've known that total annual net income is just a summarization of four types of net income. Look at net employment income. It equals to employment income. So, for employment income, its full amount is just its net amount without any deduction. Then, take a look at net services income and net royalty income. Both of them have the same deductions. It means that net services income or net royalty income equals to income less 20% deduction per times. Allow for 20% deduction from the full amount of income using the deducted amount as net income. Finally, take a look at net manuscript income. Net manuscript income equals to income less 20% deduction and then 70% taxable per times. It means allowing for 20% deduction from the full amount of manuscript income and then offsetting 30% of the balance gain using the final deduction amount as the net manuscript income. So, effective 56% as taxable. Adding up the four types of net income is total annual net income. Right? Let's explain how to use these rules through an example. In this example, Mr. Chen received the full income in 2022, which is RMB 200,000. Service income RMB 4,000. Manuscript income RMB 3,500. Royalty income RMB 70,000. These four types of income all belong to comprehensive income. Required. Calculate the taxable comprehensive income of Mr. Chen in 2022. So, based on the rules for each type of net income in the table above, we calculate the following. The taxable income of Mr. Chen in 2022, which is just the full amount of which is 200,000. Service income allow for 20% deduction. So, the full amount 40,000 times 80%. Net income is 32,000. Manuscript income allow for 20% deduction and then 30% deduction again. So, its full amount 35,000 times 80% times 70%. Net income is 196,000. Royalty income allow for 20% deduction. So the full amount 70,000 times 80%. Net income is 56,000. Add up the above four times items, so the total annual taxable comprehensive income is 307,600. Well, as to this formula, we've talked about the total annual net income. Now let's continue to talk about personal standard allowance. Personal standard allowance. It depends on which stage it is calculated at. So, on the stage of provisional withholding, personal standard allowance is RMB 5,000 per month. Be careful. It is need to be multiplied by the number of months the taxpayer has been employed in this unit up to this month in the current year. And on the stage of annual assessment, the deduction of RMB 60,000 based on comprehensive income calculation is a fixed value and is not limited by months, no matter how many months you receive salary this year. Go ahead. Now we talk about specific deduction in this formula. In China, specific liable deductions include employees' social security contributions as required, and the law they include: number 1, basic pension; number 2, basic medical insurance; number 3, unemployment insurance; and number 4, housing fund. These are the current basic social security system in China, covering for basic livelihood issues, elderly care, health care, employment, and housing. Now we are back to this formula. As to this formula, we've talked about total annual net income, personal standard allowance, and specific deduction. Now, we continue to talk about specific additional deduction. In China, there are 6 types of specific additional allowable deductions. They include children's education is RMB 1,000 per month per child. Number 2, continued education is RMB 400 per month for academic education, or RMB 3,600 per year for professional education upon obtaining qualifications. Number 3, medical expense for serious illness. Its eligible medical expenses actually borne by the taxpayer which exceed RMB 15,000, capped at RMB 80,000 per year. Number 4, rental or mortgage interest expense. For interest is RMB 1,000 per month. For rental is RMB 800 or 1,000 or 1,100 or 1,500 per month, depending on the city or county or residence. We should know that rental and mortgage interest expense should not be duplicated. Number 5, elderly care expense is RMB 2,000 per month. Number 6, infants under 3-year-old care is RMB 1,000 per month per child. Well, the above are the 6 specific additional allowable deductions. As a foreigner residing in China, may you ask, can I enjoy the 6 specific additional allowable deductions of individual income tax? Here the answer. Overseas citizens who are qualified as China tax residents may choose to enjoy applicable specific additional deductions or the existing tax-exempt benefits, including subsidies of housing, language training, and children's education. But you should be careful that the applicable specific additional deductions and the existing tax-exempt benefits should not be duplicated. And an overseas citizen may select either specific additional deductions or tax-exempt benefits. Once selected, it cannot be changed within a tax year. You should also be careful that if you're an overseas citizen but just a non-tax resident, you may not choose to enjoy specific additional deductions, but instead, you can enjoy existing tax-exempt benefits. Now we are back to the formula again. We'll talk about applicable tax rate. The applicable tax rate in the formula is shown on tax rate table for comprehensive income. Be careful, it's on annual basis. We've talked about this table in previous video. We've known that this table applies to IIT settlement and prepayment and only used for calculating IIT for tax residents.